Welcome to today's adventure. Together, explore the breathtaking and powerful moments that nature has to offer. Events are unpredictable, but extremely interesting when recorded through the camera lens. Let's prepare ourselves to start now. How is the weather where you are? And in the northeast region of America, the snowstorm came by, covering everything with a blanket of snow, 8 feet thick, making the whole area quiet and hazy. At a rate of 1-2 inches per hour, the snowstorm quickly pressed the freeze button on Iowa's Calhoun County overnight. Eastern Nebraska also could not resist the silence of winter hibernation when a thick layer of snow covered it on March 19th. The breathtaking moment of an ice avalanche melting was captured by the villagers of Fatih Kızıltan in Turkey. Thanks to timely preparations, people evacuated safely as piles of snow and debris filled part of the Italian town of Martel. The avalanche swept deep snow in cottonwood canyons, creating a powerful and unexpected moment of nature. Drone pilot captured a spectacular avalanche on Vancouver Island, delivering a powerful image of nature. Utah County agencies have deployed explosive demolition to deal with avalanche debris on the Provo River. The dashcam captured the moment the landslide suddenly occurred right behind the Carolina couple's car, but fortunately, no one was injured. Part of a cliff has collapsed into the sea in West Bay, England, surprising people walking in the area. Please be careful. Unbelievable. The mud flow swept through Sheep Canyon, completely changing the landscape and surprising everyone. In the midst of heavy rain, mud on the mountainside suddenly flowed into the San Bernardino County town. Oh gosh, The large rock suddenly moved, creating dust. People are advised to pay attention and give way to ensure safety. California authorities have detonated rockslide debris on mountain roads to ensure safety and restore traffic in the area. The building suddenly collapsed into the Washington State River when the water rose, creating a scene full of power and sudden change of nature. A rockslide suddenly blocked part of the Pacific Coast Highway in Ventura County, shutting down traffic on the legendary coastal road. Rising floodwaters swept through the streets of Pohang, South Korea, causing the city to sink into a sea of water. In the quiet space of Aiguille du Midi Mountain, climbers were surprised to see rocks falling violently.
Really? Yes. I thought there's no climbing route because this is so...
Okay, I was just making sure we have a fall on it, so we advise them.
Rescue operations were carried out non-stop, with tireless efforts to ensure the safety of Orange County residents when the landslide suddenly struck. Oh gosh. In just a moment, half the mountain collapsed, leaving behind an incredibly desolate scene. Oh my God! In a moment, a huge mass of land and debris submerged Atami City, causing Shizuoka Prefecture, Japan. After the landslide, the house could not stand, showing the need for prevention and protection measures in disaster-prone areas.
Oh my gosh.
When a rockfall hits an Idaho highway, changing course immediately and backing up is an important safety measure.
This is not the way to come.
The collapse of 2 homes in a landslide along the Tennessee River shocked the area. The scene of glacier landslides in Alaska makes visitors surprised by the amazing changes of nature. Heavy rain swept away rocks and soil, causing landslides in Himachal Pradesh village, causing the space around the village to change drastically. The roof of the parking lot, covered with thick snow, suddenly collapsed in a dramatic moment.
Start recording.
The people of New Orleans will never forget that night when the high-rise building collapsed. Fortunately, everyone was safely evacuated before the incident happened.
All okay? You okay? Okay.
When the dam near the Red Sea Hill area broke, streams of mud poured down, dyeing the whole land a murky brown color. Part of the Santa Cruz Pier collapsed into the sea, leaving witnesses amazed at the power of nature. The structure of the elevated road is an issue that needs to be considered in this event. If you agree, don't forget to leave a like.
What are you thinking?
Family in Springfield, Virginia, couldn't believe their eyes when they saw the ceiling of their dining room suddenly collapse. Luckily, everyone is safe. Oh my God.
Las imágenes, estas viviendas que ustedes ven que pues prácticamente han colapsado.
Along the river, houses were swept away by the Peruvian storm, leaving behind an incredible scene of devastation.
Es que viene siendo afectado y vemos que hay pues cantidad de personal.
Empadronando a las familias, haciendo un recorrido en las zonas, ver dónde trasladar.
Students at Universidad Autónoma de Durango witnessed an unbelievable scene as one side of the building collapsed to the ground, hit by a sandstorm. A grain silo at the port of Beirut, Lebanon, collapsed, creating a thick plume of dust and smoke, disturbing the air and surrounding landscape. Part of the cliffs along Britain's Jurassic coast have collapsed, changing the coastline's appearance.
God, well, here it comes, watch this.
In the midst of a powerful sudestada in Argentina, a beach house suddenly collapsed into the sea, creating an unforgettable scene. When visiting New Orleans, strong winds and heavy rain blew up debris at the construction site, disturbing everything around. Much of Hallein, a town outside Salzburg, Austria, was submerged in floodwaters, causing cars to float away like tiny toys in Mother Nature's fury. Tributaries in Bad Schandau, Saxony, overflowed their banks after torrential rain, submerging the area in rising water.
Holy! Oh my God!
A 200-foot cliff suddenly collapsed into Lake Superior, as if nature was changing the face of this land in the blink of an eye.
Jan, can you back us up, please? Yeah.
When arriving at Neffin Beach, a tourist noticed unusual signs from a nearby cliff. Thanks to her vigilance, she safely avoided it. A giant sinkhole swept away a large chunk of a busy commercial street in Alexandria, causing shock to the entire area. Tropical Storm Isaias reduced visibility for rescue teams to 0. The powerful tornado swept away a series of objects, sending them flying all over the neighborhood in Krakow, Poland.
Meu Deus! Meu Deus, mãe, caindo muito lá embaixo, mãe!
Petropolis Street in Brazil became a place to witness nature's fury when landslides and heavy rain joined forces. The sound of rain falling and wind howling from the balcony of Sydney's northern beach house serves as a powerful reminder of the unpredictability of Mother Nature.
Hey, Sue, get off of there! Get off of there!
A giant block of ice suddenly cracked and collapsed right in front of hikers at Portage Glacier, Alaska.
Whoa.
Strong winds without warning caused the roof of a gas station in St. Hyacinth to collapse, as if nature wanted to restructure the space. The Nanfangao Bridge in Suao Town, Yilan County, Taiwan, suddenly collapsed, causing not only residents, but the whole world to pay attention to this incredible event. With the irresistible force of Storm Brendan, the seawall in Northern Ireland collapsed, sending strong waves penetrating deep inland. Heavy rain fell in the northeastern region of Scotland, causing widespread flooding and paralyzing many roads. The crane collapse incident in Halifax is proof that construction works need to be more thoroughly reinforced against the forces of nature. The controlled demolition of the remainder of the Morandi Bridge was a necessary decision to free up space for replacement work.
There goes!
There is something strange and satisfying about seeing silos in Illinois being demolished in a controlled manner. How about you? Please leave your shares below in the comments. Heavy floods and fast-flowing water have caused part of a road in Antigonish to collapse. Hopefully, the community will be strong in overcoming this challenge. Bumper Marina's tent was lifted into the air by the storm of the Azores, truly making people feel helpless before the power of God. Oh my God, Tunisia's town center shakes.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Can you see a piece of wood?
The scene of a crane collapsing onto an apartment building due to strong winds reminds us of the unexpected power of nature and the fragility of safety.
Guys?
Supermarket ceiling collapsing amid flash floods in Sydney is an unforgettable scene.
Oh my God, look at that, man. Oh, wow, wow.
Strong winds blew the billboard away, causing it to fall into a gas station on the highway. This surprising scene shows the unpredictable power of nature. The Brazilian mayor's storm warning became more vivid than ever when images of the bridge being swept away by the force of the storm were spread. The melting ice of the Perito Moreno Glacier is not only an incredible sight, but also a visible sign of climate change. The sight of the smoke from the Thomas fire collapsing like a giant black wave made everyone look up. With just enough space in the Boardman parking lot, the large tree landed safely before nature's fury. A giant tornado swirled into the sky of the UAE, a magnificent scene, a natural miracle that made people unable to take their eyes off.
Oh my gosh, I like condensed. Wow.
Large tornado with deviant motion. It's amazing.
She's dancing.
Storm Gustavo crossed Interstate 74 in central Illinois, like a powerful cut on the peaceful picture of the plains. A fierce tornado swept through Gatineau, Quebec, causing the sky to be torn apart, filled with flying debris. The power of nature is hard to imagine.
Right there, it's coming down again. Pulled back up.
The tornado that hit Mountain View sent the gas station canopy flying into the air. An astonishing sight.
She gone.
The strange supercloud Mammatus appeared in Oklahoma, making the sky look like a great work of nature's art. Amid tornado warnings, big wall clouds suddenly appeared in the Maryland sky, a clear sign of the fury to come. The freak wind swept through the English village, overturning the rickshaw like discarded puzzle pieces, creating a wild and unbelievable scene. The storm swept through Soweto, and a funnel cloud appeared as a sign of nature's fury. The rushing water flowed down the Oroville overflow sewer like an unstoppable force. Oh no! The historic flood came, washing away the suspension bridge in Nepal in everyone's amazement. The concrete arch of the Broadway Bridge finally falls into the Arkansas River, marking the end of the second controlled demolition process.
More substantially.
Despite being warned about landslides, the people of Uttarakhand still couldn't believe it when the apartment building collapsed before the rushing floodwaters. To protect the bridge from destruction, a controlled explosion was carried out, breaking through the thick layer of ice on the Tom River. The magical sight as a huge rainbow shines in the Hale, Texas sky. Nature seems to be sending a message of hope.
Jack, and then just come around back down the gas on me.
A fire tornado, or fire nado, erupted violently, rolling through the remote area of Tennant Creek. Please look from afar to ensure safety. A massive dust storm hit, covering west central Texas in a blanket of haze. This scene serves as a reminder of the unexpected power of nature. Cloud cells were active over central Oklahoma, creating a dramatic pre-storm scene. A strange band of clouds suddenly appeared hovering under the Holt County sky, as if the sky was carrying something mysterious. When the eclipse occurs, the blood moon shines red like fire in the Florida sky, turning the whole space into a magical picture. Before the total solar eclipse, a beautiful moonrise over the Florida Keys lit up the sky for a magical moment. That's the end of our video today. Thank you for your following and companionship. Have a nice evening, and don't forget to stay tuned for more incredible moments in our next episodes. Hello, and see you again.